Hi Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising. I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy. I am a soul therapist and an intuitive that connects with the angelic energy, and I help the helpers, the healers, and the light bringers of this world to live their most magical life. So if you have already subscribed, thank you so much. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit that subscribe button below with the bell so you can get notifications for all the videos that I'm sharing here on this channel. So we're going to talk today about your March of 2021. What do you need to know? What messages the angels have for you, and how can you best navigate this month? Now, I feel like for some of you, this is going to feel like a challenging month, and it's going to feel challenging because you're going to be very much in a process, very much in a transformation this month. And so I think that you're going to be feeling that. I think you're going to be working through a lot of things. And so for some of you, that's going to feel pretty uncomfortable. But I think if you can really hang on to this idea of, you know what, I'm working through a process. I am doing some work to create a better version of me moving forward. And if you can perceive it in that way and you can keep coming back to that idea, it's really going to help take the sting out of some of the or take the discomfort away on some level for the work that you're doing. This work that you're doing is really important. This work that you're doing is meant to take you to this next level of where you're going. And I feel like for Aquarius, you guys have been working on yourself for quite some time. And there's been a process of trying on who you are, trying on different things, exploring different things, whether that's, trying on what you're interested in, trying on different aspects, different parts of your personality, trying on even different relationships or different connections and seeing who you interact with the best. And I feel like it's all kind of going to come to a head this month where there's this process of rebuilding. So you're taking a look at yourself and you're taking a look at the different parts of yourself. And you're beginning to recognize, okay, this part of me is genuinely me. This part of me is, these interests that I have are genuinely interests that I have. And these kind of connections are genuinely the kind of connections that I want to have in my life. And so you're taking a look at that. You're also taking a look at what is not in alignment with your authentic self. So these are those parts of yourself that, maybe you have been pretending to be, or that you have been convincing yourself that you are for so long, you've been identifying with, but they don't really connect for you. And I feel like this month, a lot of that's going to be highlighted. Where are you doing things that aren't in alignment for you? Where are you acting in a way that's not in alignment for you? Ultimately, where are you connecting with people that aren't in alignment for you? So I feel like you're going to be finding those parts that just are not authentically you, and recognizing those and making changes to those. But sometimes that has to come through discomfort, through conflict, through emotion, right? I feel like there's a lot of emotion for you this month, but what I want you to do is not fight it. I don't want you to try to push that down. I don't want you to try to keep going and pretend like these feelings aren't coming up for you, because if you do that, I feel like you are delaying the work. You are creating a situation also where you're stuffing a whole lot of emotion, and that stuff is going to come out one way or the other. And usually when we don't deal with the emotions, it comes exploding out, and it's wildly uncomfortable for you. It can get you in trouble. It can create issues and conflict outside of you with other people. So keep that in mind. And so I think that it is important to take a little bit of time and feel your feelings, and not try to push yourself too much in regard to pretending that you're not feeling the things that you're feeling. Feel the things that you're feeling. Be honest about the feelings that you're feeling, right? Because I feel like some of this is I feel so much happening in my throat right now, right? Some of this is you're not talking about how you feel. You feel like you can't talk about it with certain people, or that you don't want to share your truth, or you don't want to rock the boat, whatever it is. And this is really saying it's time to stop holding back. It's time to communicate your truth and say what you need to say. And there's something really powerful in that. That is assertive, right? That is not, I feel like you're going to recognize all of the areas of your life, all of the ways that you're being fake, and that you're maybe in the ways that you've been lying to yourself for a long time, right? And the things that you thought that you wanted in your life. And when it comes down to it, you're really taking a look at your values and you're saying, you know what? This is really not what I want. This, in the grand scheme of things, not that important. And, maybe I was wanting that from an ego-based perspective, or maybe I thought that I wanted that because that was going to make somebody else happy, but it's not what I want. And I just see this truth coming through for you this month that's incredibly powerful. And so what you're doing is, it's kind of like, I always see this image of my kids' Legos on the floor, right? And it's like, you're taking, everything has kind of been broken down at this point for you. And I think it's been an emotional journey, right? And these parts of you are all spread out, and it's like you're choosing which parts of you you're going to use to rebuild yourself this month, to build, the 2.0 version of yourself, to build this part of yourself that's more authentic, that's more genuine, that's more honest with yourself, that's more powerful, that's more empowered. And you're taking all of these things, really getting to know yourself and allowing that real part of yourself, that real authentic part of yourself to shine. And here's the thing is, there's very much an element of people pleasing that has been happening here. Where are you people pleasing? Where are you living your life for other people or for what, they want? I'm an empath, and us empaths have this tendency to put other people's needs above ourselves, or even get like so influenced by the energy that we actually think that we want these things. And when we get a little bit of space from the energy, we're like, oh wow, that wasn't even what I wanted at all. That other person wanted that from me. Or, I felt like I needed to be that, do that for this other person. And so there's this element of where you're recognizing where you're people pleasing, and you're instead starting to say, you know what, I'm done with that bullshit. I'm done living my life based on what other people need from me, what other people want from me. And I'm now going to live my life from my authentic self, from a place of what aligns with my values. And, I think there's going to be some issues that come up in regard to relationships for you through this. In fact, I already feel like there's a lot of energy around relationships for you guys this month, but I feel like we're like starting the month with relationship stuff, okay? And so this can be romantic relationships, this can be family relationships, this can be any relationships that you have in your life, coworkers, friendships, anything. And there's some stuff going on here with this interpersonal stuff where you're sort of exploring your patterns with that and figuring out where you need to make some changes, figuring out what you actually want and who you actually want in your life. So much so that you are making some changes. And what I feel like I need to say, what I feel like I need to point out for you guys is that that this process that you're going through is a focus on self. And this focus on self requires a lot of energy, and it's a journey and it's a process. And so I feel like you're going to find yourself pulling away from people a little bit, and we don't want to isolate, right? But pulling away from people a little bit. This may be a time that there are actually breakups happening for you, or, where you're deciding that to, disconnect from certain people in your life, that may be happening. But I feel like for some of you, there's like this immediate wish, this immediate want to go right into another relationship, okay? Especially in regard to like romantic relationships, okay? So to like go to end something, to rush right into something else. And the angels want me to tell you that would be a mistake. That this is a time that is about you. And it is a journey and it is a process. And if you put your time and your energy right into another relationship, it is a distraction, and it is preventing you from following the path that you are supposed to be following. You're going to be behind the curve if you do that, because it's going to interfere. It's going to block the process. Quite frankly, you're not ready for another relationship. And this isn't for everybody, but some of you are going to be like, okay, got it. Because some of you are in that place where you're thinking about that or exploring that. You're not ready. And so trust the timing and trust that you'll know when you are ready. But for right now, you've got to take this time and this space for you, and to allow this journey, to allow all of this to unfold. And it's like with this focus on relationships, there's like a want to surround yourself with people. It's almost an energy of like, I want to numb myself. I want to numb this process by surrounding myself with other people. I want to distract myself, right? This will be a mistake if you do that. So do not distract yourself with other people. Let yourself feel it. Let yourself go through it. You're going to be so much better off if you let yourself take some time, feel your feelings, cry if you need to, express your feelings, communicate your feelings, use coping strategies, self-care strategies, whatever works for you to help you to balance this out, because you're going to need to do that. You're going to have to give more time to you and to your self-care as well to help balance out this whole process that you have going on. And I think because of this, like, this is weird, but this is what I feel for you, is you're going to feel a little isolated, or you're going to feel like people don't want to be there for you, or like you're not getting the support that you're needing. But I want you to understand that this is purposeful, and it's almost like the angels are showing you this is being blocked in some ways, because you need to process this on your own. You need to be on this journey on your own. And we have all of the answers within, but we've got to slow down long enough. We've got to be quiet long enough to hear what our soul is trying to tell us, to hear what our angels are trying to tell us. And that's never going to come by distracting ourselves with other people. I'm not saying don't be social, okay? But I'm saying be mindful of that. This is definitely going to be a time where, like, if I were pulling tarot cards, I'm definitely pulling the Hermit card here, right? Where it's like a period of self-reflection, a period of self-discovery. And that needs to happen here. And if you're not making time, you're not creating space for this, this is going to be problematic. And it's really important that you enjoy this special rebuilding process that's happening for you. It's really beautiful. It's, if you allow it, and you work your way through the discomfort that you're feeling, or you let yourself even just be excited about it because you know what's coming next, you're gonna get through this month so much more easily. And when I say what's coming next, you have a knowing about that. You have an understanding, like, wow, I really am leveling up. I really am almost ready to step into being my most authentic self. I am so close to that brink of deeper confidence, to connecting with more self-love, and you can feel it. It's like right there, but you've got to do this work to get yourself there. And you've got to allow the discomfort if that comes. And I feel like what we're stepping into are doors opening for you, but the doors are opening on the other side of this. And by the way, when you walk through those new doors, you're walking through them a newly rebuilt version of yourself. You are not walking through them the version of you that you are at this time. You've been working on this. You've been exploring all of this leading up to this. And this is kind of where you do these little tweaks to really push you into being prepared for new opportunities to come in, for new things to come in, for exciting manifestations, for wish fulfillment, all of these things. So there's amazing things happening. There are amazing things coming, but it's not going to come if you're distracting yourself. It's not going to come if you're chasing relationships that you know don't serve you. It's not going to come if you're not speaking your truth, if you're not communicating where you feel like you need to communicate, if you're not taking steps to get yourself to this place, to this better, rebuilt version of yourself. And you're being guided in this every step of the way. So you don't have to worry. You don't have to think too much about this. It's just going to naturally unfold, and it's going to be really, really powerful for you. The last thing that I want to talk about is control issues, okay? When I was like meditating on this, that was the next thing that I heard was control issues, okay? The last thing that I heard. And so looking and recognizing where there are control issues within your life. And this may be like, where are you trying to control things too much? Where are you trying to force things that don't actually fit for you in your life? Where are you trying to force things that aren't ready to happen for you yet? Where are you trying to force yourself to be somebody that you're not? Where are you trying to force it? Where are you trying to control it? Or where are you feeling controlled in your life? And, you know, what do you need to do about that so that you are setting yourself free from this control, so that you are allowing yourself to step into your own power? When you step into your own power, when you are feeling empowered, you don't need to control things. Because when you are empowered, you understand that you are a powerful co-creator with God, with the universe, whatever you want to call that. And you know that forces that are so much greater than you always have your back and are always looking out for you. I think there's an amazing opportunity for you to connect with this empowerment this month. So allow the process, allow the discomfort. Don't distract yourself. Say what you need to say and let yourself get through this month. So those are your messages for the month of March 2021. I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy. If you want to learn more about me or about clarity, you can check me out at discoveryawakening.com. I will see you guys soon with another video. Take care.